Just a little bit of glitter, honestly, fixes anything. Hi everyone, welcome to LightUpK's first beauty capsule. My name is Kiana. I'll be one of the 2 people dealing with all things K-beauty on this channel. And for this first video, I figured why not do a get ready with me, so I get to introduce myself to you guys while also introducing you to some of the products LightUpK offers both in-store and online that I use in my everyday makeup routine. So let's just get into it. I just want to start this video by saying I am in no way a makeup professional. Makeup is just something that I enjoy doing and that I've been doing for a very long time, and I'm so very grateful that I get to now share this passion of mine with you guys. And yeah, so to start this off, I'm also not a big skincare girly. I don't have a skincare routine. I basically just use whatever I have. But one thing I do use religiously is moisturizer, because with summer approaching, I'm someone who's extremely sensitive to heat, and heat just like puts my skin in a bad mood apparently. And so lately I've been using the Nature Republic Aloe Vera Soothing Gel that is offered on LightUpK. And I found that this product I have been using for a very long time. I remember using this back when I was in high school, but you know, like, I had the skin of a baby kind of, so I was just like using it because it smells good and it was affordable. I thought it did something. It didn't really do anything, but now I can feel that my skin just like overall enjoys this product a whole lot. And yeah, it still smells incredible. And yeah. Second step, sunscreen. So sunscreen should always be applied. It's not even like you have to. You just have to. Even if you're not going out, you're just staying indoors, apply sunscreen, because the sun will get you eventually. And as you can tell, I am extremely pale, and I was not gifted the natural ability to tan. I just burn. I skip a stage. You know, the stage of like having a sun-kissed skin. Yeah, no. That's not for me. I just turned into a lobster, which, hey, cute, but no, not the look. Not exactly. So yeah, sunscreen in a generous coat. But thankfully, this Neutrogena one is very lightweight. So while this sets a little bit before I move on to the next step, let's talk about how I got started with LightUpK. So the funny way to put it is I say I got scouted from my last job, which had to do with K-pop, but not exactly K-pop. It's like related to, if you know, you know, kind of. And yeah, so when I found out that LightUpK was opening a store in Montreal, I obviously applied. But at that time, even though I was aware of LightUpK, I wasn't aware of who was in charge of LightUpK. And so one time, some people walk into the store, I greet them, I do my job. And when they left, my coworker actually told me, she was like, hey, like, those are the people in charge of LightUpK. And I guess I made a super lovely impression because I'm here today. And I'm super, super, super grateful that I was chosen for this and everything the company is doing. I couldn't be happier, honestly. Okay, so for primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with this primer because simply because I feel like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and today it seems to be working, kind of. Alright, so I've been a fan of K-pop since 2016-17, I want to say. I'm more so a fan of second, third gen groups, mostly boy groups. And my all-time favorite has to be NCT 1 to 7, hands down. If you're a regular at the Montreal store, you know how much I love these guys. My biases are Utah and Johnny. Lately though, I've been getting into a lot more 4th gen groups. I'm so proud of myself. It is so bad for my wallet though. So for my foundation now, I'm gonna be using the ROM&ND Cushion Foundation that we do have on lightupk.com and in store. So trick is, don't apply the whole thing because it is gonna look, you are gonna see it a lot more. And I do prefer a more lightweight and natural base than the full face look. Personally, it kind of gives my skin anxiety in a way because I don't know, I just feel like I can't breathe. And I used to be a full coverage girly when I was really emo. No one bring up any picture of that, please. And as times changed, I discovered that, yeah, my skin is not fit for full coverage. It is absolutely not. So let's get this done with. I like how this feels though, and at first I was really scared that it wasn't going to be my shade, but it is absolutely perfect and it doesn't oxidize, which I'm really happy about because a lot of foundations do that and I need this to stay this pale. And if I have any like imperfections I want to conceal, I'll go with the Rimmel London Multitasker Concealer. Very, very, very high coverage, so be careful with this, honestly. That's my only advice if you don't want to end up messing up. And I do it with my finger because I feel I have more control over the product when I do that. I'm back and I have eyebrows now because doing my eyebrows takes me forever because they're just now growing back. I had shaved them like all of it off a while ago and they're growing back and I'm trying to figure out this whole eyebrow thing all over again. So yeah, next step would be powder and blush. So for powder, I'm not a huge fan of powder. I feel like mattifying my face doesn't look the best, especially my under eyes. So I do it very lightly. I don't use a lot of the product just out of fear it will look dry or that it will feel dry. I mostly just use it where I think I need it, so like my forehead because I have bangs obviously, and around my eyes mostly. Here we go. Okay, and for blush, okay, so I love blush. I love blush so much, but I tend to apply more than I need to, so yeah. I was influenced by all the girlies on TikTok talking about Wooyoung from IVE and how she uses this blush, and so I bought it because she's so gorgeous and I had to. So I saw this trick recently that you put blush on your brush and you tap it like that so the product like goes into the brush. I don't know, I've been doing that and can't say I see much of a difference to how I was usually doing it. There's something in my eye. Okay, yeah, I really like this like the winter, like cold, that it looks like I'm cold. I love that look and I'll be going with it forever. or at least until I get tired of it. See, that's what I mean by too much blush. I feel like I make myself look like a clown a lot, and then I have to go back with like concealer, powder to like tone it down. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, I think. Maybe it looks a little patchy, but that I can fix. At least it's not like too much, I think. Yeah, I can tone it down a little bit. That's what we're gonna do. And sometimes I'll go over with like another blush of mine, but for right now, I like how this looks. So that's like a weird step and thing I've been doing, is that I do my blush before I do like any contour. I don't really like sculpt my face much. It's more so like my nose that I do a little bit of. And I use this ROM&ND palette, this shade right here, that is available on LightUpK. So yeah, I do very lightly because, again, not a huge fan of contour in general, or maybe it's because I'm not really good at it, probably because of that. But yeah, just like very, very softly like that I do enjoy. And I like this shade because it's like on the cooler side, so I feel it looks good with my skin tone and everything. Alright, there's still something in my eye. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Sometimes I make it look way worse. So, moving on to the eyes now. So what I start with usually is this shade from the same ROM&ND palette. I just put a little bit on my brush like that, tap the excess off, and just mattify, I guess, my lid, because right now it's looking a little shiny, a little more than what I like. And also it will help later with the eyeliner and the glitter. Yeah, not much, huh? But then I go back in with this shade right here, the little contour, and I just blend it in the outer part right here, just like create, I guess, like a shadowy base for where my eyeliner is going to be, and just to create some kind of dimension around my eye. Again, I'm not a professional, I just do this for fun. So for eyeliner, what I usually use is either black or brown eyeliner. So for my black eyeliner, I use the e.l.f. one. It's my holy grail, it's the one I've been using for years. And for brown, I use the NYX eyebrow pen, because I feel like it stays the longest and the tip is really, really, really tiny, so it gives me good precision. And for this look specifically, I will go with the brown. So I've always gotten comments on my eyeliner and the way it looks, and what I have to say about that is practice makes perfect, but also being emo for a lot of years definitely helped with the way I do eyeliner. Of course, it is not the same as it used to be. Again, don't go digging for old pictures. Or do. Honestly, I can't really stop you. But yeah, it definitely helped me get to where I am now in my eyeliner journey and my skills, I guess, because like you can see, I just did this one like that. A lot of practice though. A lot of it. I'll be doing the other one off camera just so we can get this done and go to the next step. Okay, so now that the eyeliner is done, they're not twins, but it's okay. It's okay. They don't need to be. I move on to glitters, which is most definitely my favorite part of any makeup look I do. And I'll be using this one from, again, the same palette. I like this one so much because it's neutral and you can't really go wrong with neutrals. So the tip is, do not go past halfway because otherwise it looks really heavy. But again, if that's your style, go for it. I'm talking about me. I know for me, if I go past the middle, it just looks heavy and a little weird-ish. I applied this one more so like a base for the other glitters I go in with afterwards, because I like a lot of glitters. And for this occasion, I will bring out this palette by ROM&ND that is also offered at LightUpK, and I will be using the little white ones that are chunkier than the first one and more so white. The other ones are a little more golden. And I'll go with my finger this time. And again, not past the middle. Yeah, just a little bit of glitter, honestly, fixes anything. And for mascara, I use a telescopic one. Holy Grail, been using it for years. It gets the job done, so I'm not too mad at it. But the one thing I do that is like, I don't want to say different, but that is me, like my little special touch to it, is that I like to, whenever I'm not putting on falsies, I like to kind of clump my lashes together and create like little spikes, almost like kind of the, how do you say that? I don't know. Just like little spikes like that. Yeah. And then I'll go back in a little more mascara. Oh, that word is so confusing. I don't know if you can tell, but English is not my first language. And if you couldn't tell, thank you. Alright, so for the under eye area, I applied a little bit of this glitter right here with a little precision brush. And the reason I did that off camera is because it got a little messy. And yeah, cleaning up is not exactly the cutest thing. And I don't put mascara on my lower lashes because they are too long and it just like creates those streaks, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So now for lips, my lipstick routine is very tricky. I just basically apply a bunch of products on top of each other until I'm satisfied. Maybe not the best way to go about this, but yeah, that's what works for me. And so I will start with the ROM&ND Blur Fudge Tint in the shade POMELOCO, which is available at LightUpK. I will put this generously like that, and I go with my finger. Your finger is the best makeup tool you've been given. Yeah, I apply it like this as a base. Go a little bit over a line like that. Oh, that's good, right? But now you're gonna add more. And this is not mine. I meant to give this back to you, Emily, but it's been in my bag for a while. It is available at LightUpK. It is. It is. And I will use it. So, middle, center. And then, oh, we're not done. I'm gonna go in with the Pacific Street Kids collab that we had at LightUpK. Unfortunately, we do not anymore, but still, we had those and they are an amazing product. I wish they would come back because they do not miss. This is the shade Untouched, and I concentrated on the center like that. good. And that's almost done. I'm just gonna add a little bit of highlighter, which is this Fenty one. I'm not gonna show you the state of it because it is horrendous, but it still works. It still does the trick, and it was given to me, so yeah. One thing I also like to do, I like to highlight my moles because of the foundation and the concealer. It kind of hides them, so I'll go back in with this random eyebrow pen from L'Oreal and go over them. So I have this one here, this one here. Yep. So now they pop out a little more. And for setting spray, I will use the NYX Dewy Finish that I also have a love-hate relationship with, but I'll touch up my hair, finish up everything, and I'll come back to you guys. Alright, so this is pretty much it. This is the look. This is what I'll do when I guess just go out to work or in my day-to-day life whenever it doesn't require extra preparation. Usually I'm able to get this done way faster, but for you guys I took my time, and gosh, was it not worth it? Anyways, I hope this video wasn't too painfully awkward. I'm still getting used to this, and as time goes on I'll get more comfortable with all of this. If you guys have any ideas as to what I should do next, please leave them in the comments down below. I will make sure to read every single one of them. I have ideas of my own, but I would really, really, really love to see what you guys think. And yeah, if you're interested in any of the products I listed in this video, they will be available in the description for you guys to check out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.